right now, when you go back in time at McDonald's, you can bring home special Stone Age souvenirs for uniquely chiseled bedrock mugs.
These will look great with my bone china.
They're made of the latest Stone Age material.
Toy Run, a game-grabbing, toy-snagging rampage through a KB Toy Works store. Nickelodeon created it, and only Nickelodeon's got it.
Hey, do not insult this animal's autonomy. She can decide who her papa is. What's it gonna be, girl, huh? Original recipe or Van Milder here? Ah, that's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall, too. The proposal. What the fuck was that? Bitch, you think that's what I do?
Both of you, shut up.
News alert. Someone is stealing Gotham City's power supply. Danger of citywide blackout.
When you want a Diet Coke,
Good evening and welcome to Nerddom's Poll List. Everything's working. Stream Deck is working. Computer's working. Stream is working. Microphone's working. Everything's just great. Happy Wednesday. Happy Poll List Day. Woo! We got a lot of X-Men to talk about, I think. Seem loud. No struggle stream. It's all working. It's all working. Everything's working just fine. Do not jinx it, no matter what you do. But yes, we do have a lot to talk about, and yeah, we actually have a special stream on Saturday to discuss, and that is Comics and Coffee with Nerddom. So reason this came up was I noticed that I still have lots of comics to read, and also I need to wake up early in time for returning registration for San Diego Comic-Con. So, why not knock out two birds, one stone, show you the process of Comic-Con, and drink some coffee and read some comics. So we're going to be reading some of the backlog of the last couple weeks, and yeah, hopefully I can set up this camera correctly, so that way it can look at the comic really well, and then maybe have the face cam set up. I'll have a new setup kind of for it. I got a new setup in my brain, so feel free to join me, and that's gonna be starting at 7 on Saturday. The returning registration starts. I have to be in the lobby at 8, and then it starts the lottery at 9. So feel free to join me like closer to 9 if you want to see that action go down. And then, so yeah, it's just a couple of hours hanging out, reading some comics, drinking some fresh coffee, and trying to wake up in the morning. But feel free to join me then. Maybe I'll put some, I'm watching some old cartoons. I'm already notified? Dude, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm thinking like either putting on old cartoons like in the corner on a fake old looking TV and then like kind of watching them with you guys while reading the comic too, like on the big screen, or just some lo-fi music. So, you know, something like that. I haven't really messed with it, but they have a bunch of old like kids WB streams that I've been watching, and like it's like MIB, Pokemon and stuff like that. So I've been really stoked. The other thing we need to talk about is I don't know if anyone's really excited for this. Agatha All Along. It is Marvel Television's new show. I think I'm gonna watch one episode tonight, and then one episode maybe tomorrow morning. Try to have a review tomorrow as well. I've kind of taken it easy a little bit since the Space Marine 2 review, so that took a lot of time. And then I had an idea for a video, but I haven't executed on it yet. That's hopefully maybe Sunday, I'll work on that one. But then I forgot that the Penguin comes out tomorrow. So we're gonna have 2 reviews, and I'm gonna watch this show after this stream, and I'll really make the decision if I don't want to cover this weekly, or if I want to cover it maybe now, and then at the very end. And kind of the same for Penguin. Like I want to watch one episode, see how I'm feeling, and maybe keep up with it behind the scenes and talk about it, but I won't be making videos for it. I kind of want to make some, I mean, we got spooky season coming around, and this could kind of be falling in line with that, but I kind of want to talk about horror movies a little bit, and we got a couple of horror movies we're seeing, so I want to talk about those kind of instead. But, you know, this fits along with our nerdy, maybe a post-mortem. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that too. Thinking like a first and second episode tomorrow or this week, maybe Friday. And then at the very end, you know, see how it was. Kind of like I did with Echo, with Loki, with What If. I didn't cover that weekly. I covered it at the very end. So maybe just watch these 2 episodes, give you my take, and I hope. I've already heard some things about it. I'm gonna judge it for my own right and my own sake, and that's it. I'm gonna judge it on its own kind of thing. Is it fun, entertaining, but at the same time, is it well acted? Is it well written? Is it well executed? That kind of thing. Again, I don't really care about all the politics and stuff like that. There's a lot of I already have a headline for it too, if you want to hear it. If it's bad, I already have a headline. It's Agatha All Gone Wrong. That's my, if you see that headline, then you know that I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, I'm curious as well. I like her. I think I want to see how they can do a side character, kind of like a tail end villain, and then be the main character of her own story. You know what I mean? I don't know how her powers aren't back. I don't know how all that stuff. Probably because I guess Scarlet Witch, you know, absorbed all of her powers. So she's out looking for her powers and whatever. I don't know if it's like the Yellow Brick Road, but at the end of the road, they get their wish. So yes, All Gone Wrong. Yes, that's my title. I don't know if I want to use it now or later. Don't tell anybody. But it's Agatha All Gone Wrong. I thought it was funny. I was already researching the font that they used to make that into the title. But I'm gonna... if you see that this week, then you know what my feelings are. But maybe I'll like it. You know, maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I liked Loki season 2 at the very, very end. I thought the rest was kind of a waste of time, but I liked it at the very end. That's really the only thing talking about. And then we got Penguin. You're such a graphic designer. I already did look at the font. Yeah, they already have it. That's funny. But yeah, it's actually good. Put a question mark on it, make it a question. Agatha all gone wrong? I could. Look, I already installed the font. It's called Chaos. Cool. I think that was really the only news. We got the Penguin show. I've heard less about the Penguin show. I've heard a little bit about the horror movie The Substance. I kind of want to watch that with Demi Moore. And then in a couple weeks we have Joker 2, which I don't know if I'm gonna make that. I don't know if I'm gonna make that. Oz Cobb, name change, a possible Court of Owls connection. I don't know. This is wild. How are you feeling about the Penguin? Excited for Penguin. Got it. See, there you go. That's why I asked. I had a feeling. Love Demi Moore. Hadn't heard about that. Yeah, it's called The Substance. We can watch the trailer, I think. We can watch the trailer. I'm down. I don't know if it's bloody or anything. It's got butts, but not like full-on nude butts. Let me skip through it real quick. I'm gonna skip through it and see if there's anything inappropriate. It's just like her wearing a leotard. Like an 80s leotard. I think it's directed by a lady too. But I heard that it's pretty good. I guess it's not a leotard, it's like something else. Alright, let's see. Zipping. That. No. I'm just making sure there's no. There might be blood, but I'm making sure there's no nudity. Let's see, there's some quick snippets here. Oof, that looks messed up. So there's like a back. No, don't copy address, you weirdo. I right-clicked on accident. What's that? Maybe it's safer if I do it on YouTube, eh? Maybe I'll just do it on YouTube. No poles, no holes, no... Yeah, exactly. Trailer on YouTube. Is it Red Band? It's brought to you by Mubi, by the way. This is on Rotten Tomatoes trailers. Okay, let's watch this. And I might not have sound. Let me see.
People always ask for something new. It's inevitable. At 50, well, it stops.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself.
I love horror.
This is The Substance.
I'm Sue.
You're hired.
Let's go.
A perfect balance of 7 days each. The one and only thing not to forget. You are one. You can't escape from yourself.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
This balance is not working.
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine. You have to control yourself! Old, fat, disgusting.
People are gonna love that.
That's it. And that's it. So, I know they didn't show a lot. I think they showed just enough, honestly. I think they showed just enough. But yeah, kind of stoked. We're seeing something else that came out last weekend, though, tomorrow. Stoked for that. What's it called? It's a... Oh my gosh. What's it called? Definitely not seeing Transformers. It is... What's it called? Theaters. Let's see. Substance is out tomorrow, too, I think. Oh, Speak No Evil. We're seeing Speak No Evil tomorrow. I like James McAvoy, dude. I want to see him go nuts. You want to see nuts? It's got good ratings. 83 and then 85. We'll see. What's the Substance at? I'm sure it's higher, right? Let's see. 89%. Okay. 89%. Not bad. Not bad. Oh my god. Super 1950s Mortal Kombat trailer. This AI is out of control. Out of control. Ugh. Looks weird. That's funny. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's get into some comics. But yeah, really stoked for Saturday morning. This is gonna be fun. Maybe I'll go for like a neighborhood walk beforehand. I thought I took this off. I thought I took that off of my pull list. Yeah, I didn't pull that. Honestly, we got a pretty good list today as well. It was a little bit smaller than last week's, a little bit smaller than the other weeks before. Thank God, because it has been a lot recently. So I'm kind of stoked to talk about these. And actually, I got a different cover for one of them, so I might have to grab the different cover. Yeah, this one. Add. Yeah, my comics. Okay. Full list. Off that. I go here, and then I go here. Pull comic. Okay. Cool. Let me grab the books. Now I was doing a little bit of shooting over the weekend too, of video, not of other things. You never know. People are. Right. I actually didn't do any pre-work today, unfortunately. So let me do a little bit of organization real quick. All right. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I think I know what we're gonna do. We have a bunch of comics to tape up. So here is the stack of comics that I read over the weekend. It's a good stack. It's a good amount. Absolutely, good amount. So we're gonna be talking about those at the tail end and then taping them up. All right, are we ready for the pull list? put my headphones on so I can listen to the music with you guys. Maybe I should read some books tomorrow. Sheesh. I think I neglected making a new video and vied more for reading instead. I do have a couple of ideas for videos in addition to the reviews. We'll see if I get to them. They're still in my head. I have an idea for a new music video, which I hope you guys will enjoy. Yeah, I got a couple ideas. This first one for this week's pull list, I'm having a great time with this one. It is Epitaphs from the Abyss. This is actually the B cover. I'm gonna turn in this B cover for the A cover, or maybe I'll just go by the A cover in addition to. I like the colors on this one. This colors actually is the channel's colors. So at first I was like, you know what? I actually do like the color scheme of this cover because it matches perfectly with us, and maybe I'll like frame it or something and put it behind me. But I mean, there's a couple of books that have that color scheme as well. It's very common probably. But I've been having a great time with Epitaphs from the Abyss. This is the horror book of an entertaining comic, which I think is a part of Image? Yeah, it's a part of Image, I think. Oh no, they're part of Oni. So Oni's doing really good work with this. They have had a lot of great guest writers. It's usually 3 stories per book. Some of them are like 2 pages long, very short. Some of them are a lot. Yeah. Set decor, exactly. Set decor. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting some books some places, you know. I don't know where because the room's really full. Oh, that's the other thing too. I want to do an office tour someday. I want to do an office tour, show off all my goodies in the office. I think that'd be fun. Of course, I'll have to do some cleanup because this place is a mess. Ever since I did the Call of Duty video, the place has been a mess. But having a great time with this one. It's definitely in line with the season. We got Charlie Aldard, Corina Becco, Jonathan Case, Chris Condon again, which we like Chris Condon, Leo Max, and Jay Stevens. And this is a $4.99 title. Good quality book. It's not quite Image or Spawnn cover, but it's very close. And the art and the pages really do pop off of here. And it's really cool to have different creators in each book, different artists in each book, different stories. They can really have fun with it and not too much of a time. It's a gift and a curse not having so much pages to work with. Again, you can either squeeze in as much as possible or you can make just a very simple story. Like I said, I've had some that I've liked, some that are funny, and then some that I'm just like, okay, yeah, it was whatever. But having a good time with this one. This is Epitaphs from the Abyss, issue number 3. I don't think I said that. This is issue number 3, cover B. So, really fun one. I don't even think I have a knick-knack of the week, really. Like, half thinking of a knick-knack. I don't really have one. I'm knick-knacked out. We talked about my Batmobile on Sunday. The next one, I am a huge fan of this hero from Marvel. I haven't purchased any books from them in a while of this character. And this might be a one-off. I'm not quite sure. It may be maybe a limited series. But this is Spirits of Vengeance, issue number 1. I know nothing about it. I don't know if it's a side story. I don't know if it's Johnny Blaze and somebody else. I have no idea. I have no idea about this book at all. Yeah, I just kind of felt like it's a nice place. I think I missed the jumping on point for the current Ghost Rider run. But Ghost Rider has always been one of my favorites ever since I mean, I could pull out that comic book, honestly. I have a comic book with Wolverine, Punisher, and Ghost Rider. And I've always loved the cover of that one. I actually never opened it until I think I opened it on the show and looked at it. That was the Superman one. I remember the Superman one. I actually still have the button over here. But yeah, I always liked that book for some reason. Having those 3 together, it was a great combination, and my imagination really ran wild about what that story on the inside was. I don't think I ever read it. So ever since then, Ghost Rider's been kind of a favorite of mine. I just thought he was badass, and definitely a great comparison versus Punisher and Wolverine. But Spirits of Vengeance, issue number 1, going out on a limb, you know, I decided not to buy some books. I'm kind of dropping some of them, and maybe that's a what do you call it? A bad idea. Maybe it's a good idea. So we'll see. Spirits of Vengeance, issue number 1. I dropped one of them from the Spawnn line. I think I dropped Sam and Twitch. I haven't picked it up in a while. I have not picked it up in a while. This one from DC, I am so far behind, but I keep getting it because I hear nothing but good things. So I think I'm 4 issues behind, and I keep getting it. This is John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 9. Number 9. Can you freaking believe it? We've been hot and cold with this book since probably issue number 2. Probably more so than The Deviant. At least with The Deviant, I am reading it, and I have a pull to read it. This one, I haven't really had a pull to read. It kind of turned me off, honestly. It was like issue 3 or issue number 4 really turned me off. I didn't really dive back into it. So I got 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5th issue, we're behind. So we'll catch up. That's one thing we're going to do on Saturday, is to play a little catch up with John Constantine. Where are they at? Where are they at with the story? I have no idea. Should I have sank $5 into it? We'll see. But John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 9. Issue number 9. Next one, I actually am caught up on. I had a good time with the last issue. We got a lot of backstory on our main antagonist of this story. And we also learned that he is kind of just a henchman of it. So he's not the lead antagonist. He is kind of like a henchman of another person who is more so another antagonist. This is Rat City. I can't believe we're already on issue number 6. Rat City, issue number 6. I always liken this book to the Batman Beyond of Spawnn. And I'm going to keep saying that because this feels totally like that. It's a new era for this Spawnn, and it's all brand new to him in this universe. They kind of think that it's just these nanomachines that is helping our main character with his powers and stuff like that, but they don't understand the Hellspawn powers that he also absorbed and why he's able to move around these nanomachines in a certain way. And again, I just love the idea that his cape is his buddy's blood. I think that's so cool. Like, he's always wearing his best friend with him wherever he goes. And he does have control over those nanomachines. And so he's able to manipulate those nanomachines into shapes and stuff that he can then use. So that's why you see his costume kind of changed here. It's because he has changed his costume with the nanomachines and can use it. So, pretty badass title. Having a good time with it. We're learning a lot about, like I said, the backstory of the main bad guy, who was this doctor who did a work of nanopunk. There you go. I love it. He was doing all this work on these old soldiers who came back. They're vets. We learned a lot about him and him doing the research, why he's doing the research, why he started doing it, his backstory, and that was the last episode. And then it came back into the present timeline because that guy is holding up our main character and his friend. So, and then we get into a little bit of a tussle with him. So this is a $2.99 book. It is fairly short, a fairly quick read, but again, you can't go wrong with the art and the inside. The story's badass, and the quality of the book is very good. So, absolutely loving Rat City. It is my second Spawnn title. Is it kind of weird that I'm doing Rat City and Gunslinger, but not mainline Spawnn? I think that's kind of weird, but, you know, helping out the little guy, I guess. Rat City issue number 6. Liking it, liking it. And then we get into a little bit of the corner of the pull list where things get a little extreme. No, just a little bit of X-Men here. Mainline has over 500 issues. Yes, it is. It is. I actually got the 500th, or no, 350, I think it was. Was it 350? I actually got the 350th issue, and I think I got 349 as well. But that was it. That was the last time I got Spawnn mainline. Ultimate X-Men, issue number 7. Peach Momoko doing a great job with this one. Really pushing our characters and pushing them together, I would say. Those ongoings are traps, though. Might need to switch to trades after 50 or so. Yeah. That's the problem. Like, I actually saw a trade on the shelf today for Crave. It was coming out maybe earlier this year, and it piqued my interest. And I was like, man, should I get this? And I talked to the dude at the comic book store, and he was all, I mean, it's cool, but it wasn't like the best work. And it was light erotica. It wasn't like Somna. Somna was like erotica. Like, it was erotic. This one was like erotic light. But it was still mature, still, you know, everything that kind of you would want. I don't know if you remember Crave. It was about an app that, it was like a cursed app, kind of, and whatever you craved would appear. And the covers always had this, like, creepy... I don't even know if I can show it, bro. I don't even know if I can show it. Jesus, I don't even know if I can show it. But each cover kind of had a different character in a different situation. God, I don't know if I want to show that. Oh, this is the trade paperback. Here's Crave issue number 1. It's pushing it. I'll say that. It's pushing it. Rings a bell. Yeah, maybe if I showed this one. Oh god, I can't show that one. Jeez. It's a very risque covers. I'll show this one. Maybe it'll pique. Oh, I'm just gonna pique your interest. Maybe it'll tell us what you crave. We'll make it happen. So it's a very, like I said, it's like erotic light, but this, the typography, the stark white, and then the, of course, erotic imagery was like, oh, maybe it's interesting, and he's like, it's all right. It's all right. And trust me, that's like the tamest, the tamest cover out of all of them. I guess this one's pretty tame too, but it's a person being strangled. But yeah, it was. It looked like a lot of people liked it on this reviewing site. It looks like 116 out of 117 liked it. Let me see the first issue. That was 206 out of 219 liked that one. So maybe it was a good title. Here's trade paperback. No one's read it yet. Yeah, I can't show that. That was what was on the shelf. I don't know if I want to show that. It's risque. But anyways, yeah, Peach Momoko's again doing a great job with this X-Men. The world is kind of becoming larger and larger, and the thought of mutants is a little bit different in this Ultimate universe. And I did get a sneak peek of. Oh my god! Why am I blanking? that's how tired I am. I think I did get a sneak peek of Nick Fury in this Ultimate universe. I don't know if it was a tease or if it was the real thing, but in this universe he's going to look a little bit different. But really liking what Peach is doing here, and yeah, I'm going to keep getting it. It's cool to see these guys and gals in here dealing with the shadow character taunting and haunting Armor. I think her name's Ray, or like May Storm, and you got her power from Storm. It's really cool. Having a good time with it. Learning a lot about I think it's gone a little bit out. It still is kind of deep about depression because of the main antagonist is like depressed, and he has this cloud, and our main character is like also depressed, and that's why she manifested this armor around her to kind of protect her. Yeah, it's cool. Next one, the reason why I named it X-Men Overload is because we got a whole X-Men corner going on here. This is the mainline X-Men, issue number 4. I don't think I read issue number 3 yet. I'm a little behind on that one. The second one was the character... I remember issue number 2, so I don't think I've read issue number 3 yet. Issue number 2 had the character who... his mutant powers got activated later in life, and he's running away from aliens, and he thinks the aliens are going to come get him, and he's freaking out, and he's causing even more trouble, and these aliens are blowing stuff up. And so the mutants, X-Men, come in and they whoop alien ass, and then they figure out that the aliens aren't after him, the aliens are being created by him. He is manifesting these aliens, and they're beating him back and stuff, and they can kill. So somehow he's like altering reality, kind of. So they knock him out, they pretend like he's dead, they knock him out, the aliens go away, and then you find out later that he's sitting in a hospital bed with Magneto and with the X-Men team, and basically says like, you're here now, that kind of thing. So I'm 2 issues behind. We're gonna read that on Saturday, like I said. Can't wait. We have a lot to catch up on. But having a good time with this one, and Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. This one's McKay, Diaz, Parsons, and I almost said Garcia, but it's Gracia. So having a good time with that. It's cool to see the differences, and I haven't read Uncanny X-Men number 2 yet. It's cool to see the differences between the teams. Like, that one's got Logan, Rogue, and Gambit. This one's got Cyclops, Juggernaut, Magic, Psylocke. And I forgot the newer X-Men's names. The one who keeps the telepathic communication between everybody, I forgot his name. But good team. And we're finally at the last book already. We're at the last book. We're at the pick of the week. I couldn't hear it, so. The pick of the week, it is from Mad Cave, which I'm having a really good time with their books, one of which is Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy's by Mad Cave, awesome time. But this is a #1 issue by Zach Thompson, Jacques, and Hassan Otsmane Elau, and it's called The Body Trade. The Body Trade. So looking into this one, it's not on my pull list on the internet for some reason. We made it through the books really quick. We did. And it's probably because I don't have much to talk about, but we have a lot of books to bagboard and tape. So this one, the synopsis, it's got 8 out of 8 so far, so it's had 100%. Kim Krillick is a divorced ex-con who's trying to atone. However, his short temper tends to get the best of him. When he returns to Florida to bury his estranged son, he sickened to find an empty grave. His son's remains were sold into the body trade. Armed with righteous fury, Kim sets out to reclaim his child's corpse, but one act of vengeance causes everything to spiral out of control. The Body Trade is an unrelenting revenge story set against the backdrop of America's aftermarket for dead bodies. Critically acclaimed writer Zach Thompson, who did Blow Away, which I did get the first issue, and I wanted to get the other issues. I wish I did, but I never did. And he also did Into the Unbeing, and star artist Jacques, which is in Hell We Fight, team up for this neo-noir crime thriller rife with bloodshed and brutality in the tradition of Blue Ruin or Hell or High Water. So you're speaking my language right here. Neo-noir, detective, dark, serial killer-y stuff. I'm digging it. So I can't wait to hop into The Body Trade. Pretty cool art on the inside by Jacques. And look at the back too. Back's pretty cool. But yeah, I can't wait to hop into this one. I think it's gonna be wild. Pretty good art on the inside. Where's Charles's body? Pretty cool stuff. So that is called The Body Trade, issue number 1 by Mad Cave. Good skull motif. Me too. Me too. It's pretty cool. The Body Trade. I gotta get you I gotta get you guys a knick-knack, right? Good lord, I gotta get you a knick-knack. We can think of a knick-knack really quick, can't we? I mean, we always have a bunch of NESs. I still need to get all the toys and situate them somewhere. I wish I could do like I wanted to get this like plastic acrylic thing so I could set it up in one of the cubbies, but then it would just be a cubby full of stuff. A shirt? My shirt? I mean, I have this shirt. This shirt's kind of old. I wore it in my interview with a couple people. Or was there a shirt I'm supposed to show you? This shirt's from Retro Rifle. I don't even think it's available anymore. This shirt is available from Roosevelt's, and it's their arcade edition. I actually got this shirt with a no, but you have good sense of fashion. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this one's this one, Retro 80s Pack Arcade Carpet Strikes Back. And I wish I could buy more of these shirts. I wanted that one too, the Millennium Falcon. So sick. Yeah, the shirt's nice. But they have a whole restocks, Roosevelt's, and then we can go like, maybe if I type in 80s retro. So I was gonna get that one too. I'm just gonna type in 80s and go. Call it Nerd Drip. It is Nerd Drip. It absolutely is. Here's the 80s series. So I actually have the jacket too. There's a jacket. There's that one. I was gonna get that one. This one I actually have on the inside of a jacket. This one's arcade machines. There's that one, of course. This is the jacket I have. I've actually never worn this jacket with the pink on the outside. I want to. This summer, I'm gonna do it for sure. This winter, I'm gonna do it for sure. I've worn it, I think, one time as like a joke, because the tag is on this side. You can see it even here. There's a little bit of whiteness right there. That is actually the tag. I don't know if they cut it or tucked it or what, but it's annoying. You have to cut that to wear it reversed. But I love the jacket. That was a cool one. I liked this one, and I liked the arcade one. But they do have a bunch of great stuff with Roosevelt's. Their shirts fit me. It's comfy. And yeah, I got this actually like 2 years ago, and it's held up. It's machine wash. You can machine wash it. I've machine dried it as well. I usually want to air dry it, but you know, sometimes things just get tossed in there and they're fine. And they actually gave me a pair of sunglasses for free. They sell these sunglasses for $33. I got these pink ones for free. So, I mean, that could be my thing, but let me check out and see if there's anything else I can bring you guys for the knick-knack of the week. And you know, we can't do the song because of copyright. Oh no. Talk about John. We talked about Johnny Silverhand, right? Can't wait for the first Nerd Drip merch drop. Dude, I'm thinking about it. I think it'd be fun. Did that. Did that. That. Okay, this one's kind of cool. This one's kind of cool. We got it. I really do want to get a... I really do want to commission my buddy for a new merch line. Kind of in the league of this. I like this type of design. Let me see if I can bring that up. I don't even know if I can find that site anymore. Synthwave type stuff, exactly. Synthwave, I mean, you know our aesthetic. Purple and blue. I actually do have a... God, this screen. Night. So bright. It's like seeing God. Lord. So this is actually an old merch item that I had. God, how do I go to it? So this was made by my buddy long time ago during COVID. Why full screen? Let's save it. Oh my god, sometimes I hate Opera. It's very slow. But this was made about 4 years ago from my buddy, I would say. He made it for me when I was streaming on Twitch. There we go. Beautiful. Can it even open that type of file? He can. Okay, cool. So he made this for me. It started as an idea because of my beard, and I kind of wanted to do the saying "Sun's out, guns out." And so he made this for me, and it was like beyond compare. It was freaking rad. So like the details and the flames, I actually have a tank top, but the tank top has worn out because I've worn it so much. But he made this for me, and I really would love to commission him for something like this on a t-shirt. I just don't know what to say. I have a bunch of ideas of like funny, nerdy things that I kind of tell myself even at the gym. Like I had an idea, and I kind of want to draw it out, but it says don't skip leg day. You can't skip leg day, even me. And it's like the character has this head and his shoulders and his arms are all buff, and then it's like a box and it says don't skip leg day, and then you see like legs that are just sticks. I don't know, I thought that was funny. But to have it with this aesthetic, I don't know if that's possible. It would just be kind of a stupid t-shirt. But I like that kind of thing. I like this one, of course. And it was just a cool... I would love to show you guys. We can do that too. I can show you my first YouTube videos that I ever made. You'll never see the channel. You'll never see the channel. Cannot play discs. That's funny. What was the name of that channel? What is it? Noobs at Night. Oh my god, it shows up. That's crazy. Oh, that's wild. So this is actually a channel. Let's do that for 1K. Do what for 1K? Merch or show the channel? We're not stopping at 1K either. We're doing more. We're going further. Do a shirt drop for 1K? That'd be cool. Show the first channel? Oh, okay. Okay. We'll save it. We'll save it. We can do that. Definitely want to do a shirt though. I've been thinking about some type of merch that would be like, it doesn't even need to say nerddom. I thought of an idea too of, I like the idea of the brain from my logo. The reason it's falling out is, this is a little behind the scenes. Make sure the boys are all here. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We'll do 1,000th. it's hard to say, thousandth subscriber celebration. 1000th subscriber celebration. That's what we'll do. Brain drain. So the idea came from, I knew of the channel fandom, and of course, remember, I was very mad at Secret Invasion, and when I was posting about it, a lot of people were just telling me, like, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. You're thinking about it too much, that kind of thing. And so I'm like, you know what, fine. I'm going to just rip my brain out and throw it on the ground. So that is the action that is happening with that logo drop. It's literally my brain coming out of my head and being just dropped on the ground. So I had this idea in my head. Do you know the scene, of course, from the Spider-Man comic where the spider costume is hanging out of the trash can and Peter's walking away? I wanted to recreate that, but with, instead of the suit coming out of the trash can, like my brain coming out of it and like leaking down. So like he threw away the brain and it's on the ground, or it's in there somewhere or something like that. And that's what I wanted to commission my buddy for, so he could draw that in the style of, you know, them turning in the Spider-Man costume. Trash comic panel. And it's going to be flipped. In my brain, I have it on the left-hand side. So it's going to look like... It's going to look like this guy. Open image. It's going to look like this. But on the other side, like have me walking away and there's a wall, and then the brain is like coming out of the trash. So that's kind of my first... I want to recreate this scene. And then underneath it, I have this idea of some graphics of like nerddom. And it says like, don't think about it too much or something like that. I thought that'd be fun. So maybe we'll work on that for the thousandth subscriber. And I'll see if he's available for a commission. Because I don't think I can do that. Da 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 da. Little hint on some ideas that I have. So this knickknack of the week is very near and dear to me. I've had this for, good God, 23 years. I've had this for 23, maybe 22 years. It is a book that is basically not an open-minded that your brain falls out. Not so open-minded that your brain falls out. Not so open-minded that your brain falls out. I guess so. I guess that works too. And this is actually the comic panel. You know, that wasn't really the comic panel, but I like that posing of it. This is the real comic panel. I liked it that it was framed in a 16:9 though, instead of a 1-pager. I'm not sure which would be better, like recreating this comic 1 for 1, or doing the 16:9 ratio with some type. Maybe do 2 versions. Maybe I'll do 2 versions. That'd be fun. But yeah, I can see that too. Not so open-minded. I would say I'm open-minded. I don't think like some other people do, that's for sure. I try to just keep my own opinions. That's it. It's my own gut feeling. It's my own panache. But like I said, this book I've had for 22 years. It is the... It is the guide for Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. And yes, I did use this when I was 12 years old to play the game. Inside, beautiful layouts, amazing. It's actually in really good condition too. It's like pristine effing condition for a 12-year-old. It's not bad at all. The layout is beautiful. The typography is amazing. And I really do look back to books like this, Game Pro, and other print. And like, why did I ever fall into graphic design? It's because of stuff like this, you know? How did they create the themes, the schemes, the side, like the side typography? It says tanker in here. It's so freaking good. This is like one of the best guides I've ever seen. Your super refreshing presence in the nerd space. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want this? You want this? Oh, you want this? That's so good. Still in good condition. Yes. Very good condition. A little dusty. And I got it for $14.99. And that is a GameStop sticker. That is a GameStop sticker. $14.99. Shoot. Metal Gear Solid is Nanopunk. Makes sense. You like Rat City. Oh, 100%. I am a huge Hideo Kojima fan. A lot of my, we'll call it politics, my views on war, stuff like that is influenced by this type of media. By God, I've watched so many different war movies and stuff like that. I would say global politics kind of influenced by this. And you know, if you know, stuff like this is happening in the real world. Stuff like this, like, you think it's wild until you see pagers blow up. Like, it's insane. Of course, we have amazing drawings from Yoji Shinkawa inside of here. We have Fortune, we have, you know, Solidus, Vamp, Fat Man. Amazing, amazing drawings. It looks like they did change Fortune a little bit in the final cut, but it's completely fine. But just amazing, amazing book. And I read this multiple times. I love the character. I love the character drawings right here. It gives you a full background on the boss. I was gonna say you don't fight Fortune, but you kind of do fight Fortune at one point. You just can't beat her. She's attacking you when you're playing as Raiden. My name. I could retell you this game one for one. That's how many times I played it. Raiden. My name. I can't do the deep voice right now. I was about to say, my name, Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant JG. So good. Anyways, that is the knick-knack of the week. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty strategy guide. There you go. Beautiful. Hopefully I'll have this forever. You're about to say? Yeah. And that's one thing that really saddens me about Metal Gear, about Kojima-san. I didn't play Death Stranding. I never did. It came out on PC. I even have it on the Epic Game Store, and I think it was on Microsoft or Xbox for a long time on Game Pass. Never played it. I didn't hear good things about it. I don't know if I'm more of a Metal Gear fan or if I'm a Kojima fan. I think I am more of a Metal Gear person. I'm definitely going to get Delta when it comes out. It on Unreal looks amazing. It being Unreal does scare the living crap out of me, though, because Jedi Survivor and what was that one game that we tried playing didn't run on here. And they're both Unreal 5. So spent a couple hours in it, but my rig struggled with it. I can see that, yeah. And I own Metal Gear Solid 5 on, that's how old it is. By the way, how beautiful does Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain look to this day? To this freaking day, dude. It is nearly 10 years old and it looks amazing. I'm more Metal Gear Solid fan than Kojima. Me too. I think that's where I'm at too. But let me put this back real quick. Someone's hammering something outside, bruh. I got one more strategy guide to show you guys. Actually, I think I have two strategy guides to show you guys if I ever forget to do if I ever forget to do a knick-knack of the week. Look at our stack of books that we read. Beautiful. Is this working? Nope. Oh, the Razer cam isn't working, guys. Hold up. It's not working. Just a sec. Gonna reset by unplugging it and plugging it back in. There you go. Magic. I don't know, it didn't work. It did work. So I'm thinking about either mixing it up and putting this over there and putting the other camera there. I'm not sure, because this one doesn't really do technical. Yeah, you're right. Technical difficulties. That's what we get. That's what we get. But the first one is Cruel Universe, issue number 2. That's how you know you're a real streamer. Yeah, and I don't have any help either. This is all me. So this goes along the same lines as the Epitaphs from the Abyss, the Cruel Universe. This one is more science fiction, but when you're looking at this one, think Black Mirror. So it's all sci-fi, dark, dystopian sci-fi, versus Epitaphs is more horror, like horror. So there's creatures, there's, you know, killers, that kind of thing. This one does have those same aspects, but it's more done so in a sci-fi realm. So think maybe Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone's a pretty good example on what this is. But having a good time with that one. It's this one and Epitaphs from the Abyss that I'm going to continue to get. I need to make smaller squares. Did I tell you guys what happened over the weekend too? I think I posted it online. Cruel Universe, ready to roll, ready to rock and roll. I think I posted it online, but I did get press passes to LA Comic-Con. So I'm stoked for that. I'm going Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday as well. I heard you are packed in like sardines. So I am kind of nervous about going. The last time I went to a convention, I got COVID. And I do not want to get COVID again. So I don't even know if a mask is going to help or anything like that. Heard about that? Okay. I don't remember if I said it on the show or if I posted it online. I think I posted it online. Yeah, I posted it online. Because then I remember you said to bring a friend. And we are definitely, I'm bringing my girl's brother and her mom are going too on Saturday. Not sure about Sunday. Mask up? Yeah, I don't know if that'll help. I don't even know. So, just did this. I guess I can just use this camera. I don't need that. Rook Exodus. I wish Lewis was here because I really love this issue. Rook has finally come to terms with his power, with his past, and with himself. He is ready to take on the bear dude. This was a great issue. I had an amazing time with it. Art is fantastic. Story is amazing. Really cool world. You know, the character is struggling. He's always had a hard time with his past, with his dad. And so he's coming to terms with it, man. So really cool. Rook Exodus, issue number 5. Forgot we're putting him over here. Oh, this next one. Yo, I like this one really good. How is this going to go into the MCU? They were hinting at it. They were hinting at it. So, the story with this one, in the Ultimate Universe, the Doom of this universe is actually Reed Richards. Now, I'm not sure, I don't think, this is the Reed Richards of the Ultimate Universe, and he is Doom. But we find out in this book how he became Doom. And the reason he became Doom was because of the Maker. The Maker tortured him when he invaded this universe. He basically forced him to become Doom. He changed his look. He tortured everybody. He killed his whole family. Yeah. It's pretty wild what happened there. The whole thing that happened with the Fantastic Four, it all was this Reed Richards' fault that they all got messed up. Sue evaporated. Johnny got set ablaze. Funny. And then Ben Grimm ended up like falling to his death into a pile of rocks. So they're all dead. The only one left is Reed Richards, and he got tortured by the Maker into basically calling himself Doom, and then that Maker tortured him so badly that he became malformed and put him into the Doom suit. So what this Doom is trying to do is he is trying to recreate the Fantastic Four. I don't think he has the stretchy powers of Mr. Fantastic, of the normal Fantastic Four. I think he is just a super duper smart dude, and he is, but then he uses pistols. I don't think he has magic powers or other powers like the normal Doom has either. But as you can see in these lab mice, he is attempting to redo the Fantastic Four, and he's trying to recreate them. Pretty cool stuff. I wish I didn't tape it down. The layout of this book is really awesome. It goes in the whole book is split into 1, 2, 3, 4 vertically, and it tells you the whole story in 4 different timelines. But you're not supposed to read it from left to right across the entire book. You read it from left to right on the one page, and then the next line, and the next line, and the next line. There's 4 different timelines. So you're seeing the background of this Reed Richards version of Doom, and then you're seeing like the very far background where he wanted to do the cosmic experiment of going into space. Really, really cool layout. Let me see if I can find the example online, because I don't want to retape it. Let me see. This was issue 4, right? Yeah. Here we go. Great example. Right here, right here, right here. Yes. So this is what it's like. Nope. So this is what it's like. It's the 4 different timelines. It's him as a kid growing up, him doing the experiment in space, and then him as Doom seeing what the other universes, Reed Richards and Fantastic Four, are like, and then it is our present Doctor Doom or Doom in the current Ultimate Universe. So think of the entire book being like the next page, but you read it like this, like this, like this, and like this. The next page like this, like this, like this, like this. So really cool play with the layout, with the playing of time, with explaining who this character is, because we really haven't seen this character do anything since the first Ultimates issue, which was like last November. Who is funding him? Who is funding him in the final form? It is Tony Stark, Anthony Stark. And Howard Stark is the reason why the Maker is locked away for the next 16 months. So this team, the Ultimates, has 16 months to get the heroes prepared for the return of the Maker. And that is the whole point of the Ultimate Universe. Or at least the Ultimates. So really cool layout. I liked that play on that. I thought it was cool. Here's the frame where you see him becoming Doom. I am Doom. And then there's the Maker, which is another version of Reed Richards. So really cool play with that. I thought it was awesome. Now, how is this going to go into Tony Stark being Victor Von Doom is anyone's guess. If you guys have your own theories, be sure to let me know. But yeah, I don't know how this would feed into becoming of a Tony becoming Doom. You know what I mean? Is there another entity that we're going to run into in this very short amount of time? Because Fantastic Four comes out next year. And then the next movie after that, I think. Are we going to see a Tony variant get tortured or basically turned into a Doom? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, and then here's a good frame of Tony. He is Iron Lad in this Ultimates universe, talking to Doom. Basically, he's reiterating everything that we're seeing. And here's Doom watching his experiment, and then here's the experiment, and then here's him growing up. So again, really cool layout. Really cool layout. Had a good time with this one, and how is it going to bring us into the MCU version of Victor Von Doom? We'll never know. No. We'll find out. We'll find out. Just have to survive. Did I tape? I did tape that one. This one was Gunslinger, issue number, 35. This was cool because it was a flashback to a time where Gunslinger Spawnn was actually fighting an angel in the Old West. And what's cool is they both, I mean, Gunslinger Spawnn looked like Gunslinger Spawnn, but then the angel looked like a normal cowboy dude until he burned away his cowboy outfit, and then he became an angel and his wings came out. So if you know anything about the Spawnn universe, angels are not the good guys. Nobody's really the good guys. And the Hellspawn are kind of trapped in a war between Hell and the heavens. So you see a little bit of fight with him there, and it was awesome to see Gunslinger bring out the guns again, have his powers again. He used the powers of basically necromancy. He was able to summon a bunch of bugs and heal his body with maggots and worms and stuff like that. And then he fully encased himself in a full bug suit. And then what happened was, oh my God.
How long have you been at Kamatage,
Jesus.
Mr. Doctor? Mr. Doctor?
It's strange.
Maybe.
I did not ever expect that. Synthetic panels with the 20. What the hell? Dude. Really good content, great reviews and summaries. Dude, thank you so much. What the heck? Thank you. My God. I'm sweating. What'd you do to me? Dude, thank you so much. Wow. Love to see it? Yes, thank you. Bro, that's awesome. Thank you. Good Lord. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm going to keep it up. You know, I'm just doing what we do. I love reading this stuff. I love talking with you guys. That's it. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm like trying to peel the blush out of me. All right, hold up. Thank you. Awesome. But yeah, anyways. Jeez. Synthetic panels. Thank you, dude. Really awesome. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, Gunslinger is definitely one of the staples, and as you saw, the other staple that I do is Rat City. So I don't even do the mainline Spawnn, even though that would explain it a lot more. Bro, this next one actually saddens me. Sorry to move on so fast, but dude, wild. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I'm like in shock. This next one though is the final issue in this series. I didn't know that this was actually ending, which I don't know. How do you guys feel about researching a book? Do you guys feel like you should just let it happen, or do you guys think researching a little bit more into the book and how many issues it's going to be is fun too? I guess they're both kind of fun, but seeing Dawn Runner kind of finish, I got kind of sad. I was really liking the world. I wanted to see a little bit more of the backstory between these aliens, why they're attacking. We kind of did figure out why, and we got a really emotional tale of these two characters, one who is powerless to kind of save her daughter from a disease, and then the other one who is powerless as well because he's, spoilers, he's dead. He's dead. I like when a book wraps up. Dude, that's how I feel too. I like when this is 5 issues. I love 5-issue arcs. I can just go in, get a good story, and get out and love the experience. Ongoings are cool, but at a certain point, I just feel like, I don't know, I guess arcs kind of end, and then it carries on for the next arc. So like the Batman arc with, failsafe, that kind of thing, it ended, but then it's still going on. Just like one version of it was Aben Zur, or something like that, I forgot his name. But yeah, I had a great time with this one, and it was a mixture of a little bit of a antsy Evangelion, but they were all adults. Now I know how you feel about Evangelion, Brett. Sorry. I do love Eva. But it was a little bit of mixture of that and a little bit of mixture of Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal. And if you haven't seen Source Code, I do recommend it. Great movie. I hate to spoil it. I kind of maybe just did. But it's about 10 years old, so if you haven't gotten to see it, go see it. And Dawn Runner, it's probably going to come out with the trade paperback. I would say it's a good book. The action of the mechs get a little bit confusing the way it's drawn, but it's so visceral that I think it overtakes that. The artisticness of it versus the knowing where you are, that kind of thing. And no need to apologize, love what you love. Hell yeah. And I love Eva. I wish I could do a video on Eva. I mean, I am planning on doing a video on something that has been covered to hell and back, a movie, but I just love the movie so much, and it's a series that I have been waiting to do until the right time, and I may be too, that's kind of why I wanted to not cover Agatha All Along and the Penguin weekly. I want to do these videos, and I want to cover more horror stuff too this year. I only did Werewolf by Night in my first year, so I want to do more. This one, Daredevil issue number 13, this was interesting. This was crazy. We're getting more and more into Matt Murdock. Dude always feels bad for himself. When is he not? Like, he's just a good little Catholic boy, right? Always penancing himself. But what was crazy was, in the last issue, he was able to exorcise, I don't know how to say that word really, exorcise Wilson Fisk and the demon within Wilson Fisk. That demon was there to get at Matt Murdock, to get under his skin, and to basically kill him, but to hurt him in different ways. He was able to exorcise the demon from Wilson Fisk, and then Wilson Fisk legit was asking for forgiveness from Father Matt as a Catholic priest. Gets kind of crazy because Elektra is with him and she's all, he's lying, he's BSing you, you've known that, he's any split second he is going to pound your face into a mush. And Matt Murdock knows. He like looks into him, he's able to use his powers, and he's like, no, he's telling the truth, he's sincere, he really wants penance from God for what he's done. Pretty crazy stuff. But what does Matt do? He runs, and at the very end, he ends up kind of, it looks like he's going to put up the suit and not be Daredevil anymore. Is that going to happen? Probably not. But it looks like he's going to hang that up, and he kind of feels like God's calling him in a different way. So he's going to finally put down the devil, I guess. But really cool start to that one. We're going to see where it goes in the next issue. But that is Ahmed Campana, Jung, and Nitro.
Monday night Nitro. Monday night Nitro.
What's up, Pokon? Pokon Joe? Comic review? That was DM to come check you out. Listening for a few minutes. Good stuff, man. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. And thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very kind, man. What do you do? Do you do comic reviews? I was gonna say, if you're an early rise, we're gonna be reading some comics on Saturday. I'm just hanging out, listen to some music. What do you think, Brett? Do you want to? Should we listen to lo-fi on Saturday, or should we put on some cartoons? Some Saturday morning cartoons. But thank you for that, dude. I'm probably butchering your name, and I apologize. So I'm just gonna call you Joe. So this issue of Batman, this was actually really sweet. God damn, I'm gonna start tearing up again. The ending of this one was really sweet. It's kind of like Catwoman and Batman never get a moment to themselves. So finally, at the end of the mission, them attacking an Amanda Waller facility, really cool moment. I don't know if you guys care about spoilers. Lo-fi, I can't read what people are talking. That's a good call. That's a good call. But they're attacking an Amanda Waller facility that is housing a mother box. The mother box then powers down and teleports out, and there is a boom tube that they didn't take because oh no, it doesn't disappear. Batman grabs the mother box and needs to activate it, but he can't activate it at that moment. But the reason they need to get out quickly is because the mother box was activated, and when it's activated, it kind of sends out a signal. Now, who does it send a signal to? Oh yeah, Darkseid. Darkseid shows up. The scene is badass. Remind me to stop taping the book because I want to show you these things. There's a scene where Darkseid is so far away from them, but it's like an all black hallway, all black alleyway, and then there's just Darkseid very like this big on the panel, and you see 2 red eyes. Dude, that panel was sick, and everyone's breath is cold, and Catwoman's like, "Who is this?" And Batman says, "Death." And he is freaking out. He can't concentrate. He can't get the mother box going. And then he does get it going because he wants to save Catwoman and himself, of course. And the Omega beams come after them. So then they're able to get it out, and he teleports them to a place that they kind of wanted to go, and it was like a vacation. And so they kind of take a moment to be with each other. And I thought that was really sweet. Weekly haul reviews, collect Golden Age. Ooh, very nice. I have a second channel where I made items for members in the comics community, Evil Lair projects and builds. But I like your content. Spoiler it. Hell yeah. If you're like me, you're a little behind in the comics reading, hence the comics and coffee. I may do the comics and coffee maybe once a month, I'm thinking. Not that I want to get behind in comics reading, it's just that I just get behind, you know? So like I said, this last weekend I kind of took a break from making a video. That Space Marine review, while it was actually a lot of fun and it didn't take a lot of time to make the review, it took about a day, which is actually pretty surprising for my workflow. But the playing of it and the taking of the notes and then the writing of it and then everything, it took a lot out of me. So I took a little bit of a break. This weekend though, we're getting back on it. Actually tomorrow, I'm gonna see if I can watch Agatha, 1 episode tonight, maybe 1 episode in the morning, and then get an Agatha review up as well tomorrow or Friday. Then we got Penguin. So we got Penguin and we got comics to read on Saturday. But feel free to hang out with me on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. And then at 9 a.m. Pacific, we're going to be going for returning registration for Comic-Con for San Diego, which is going to be crazy. But dude, Synthetic Panels, thank you so much again. You have a new subscriber, bro. Hell yeah. I dig it, bro. I dig it.
You got a subscriber in me.
Did that sound like him? Anyways, love the book. This was actually a really good issue. Good lord!
How long have you been at Kamatage, Mr.
Doctor.
Joe!
Mr. Doctor?
Strange.
Maybe. Who am I to judge?
Joe with the 10! Thank you so much, bro. Oh my god. Not as rich as the synthetic guy. Synthetic guy. Synthetic panels. No, it's all good. I am feeling the passion, man. Good stuff. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. I keep looking down here, but I should be looking right here. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. He was telling you about... Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, you have a subscriber too. My bad, I didn't know you guys were interlinked. I didn't know you guys were interlinked. No worries, you guys.
You got a subscriber in me too.
That sounds just like him. I know it does. You can't tell me otherwise. Yeah, you can't tell me otherwise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much, Synthetic. And thank you too, Brett. Brett's OG. Brett's OG here. Been with me for, that's a weird thing to say, but been around almost a whole year, right, Brett? Ever since I started covering comics again. Almost a whole year, bro. Ah, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Synthetic. Thank you. Guess what we read too? We finally caught up on these, baby. The Principles of Necromancy. Another one where we we bought the first issue when it came out, and then we kind of fell off. Then we got all 4 issues. Brett, no! No! Brett, you're good. Love seeing you get some love. Thank you so much, Brett, bro. Brett, bro. Thank you, dude. Where do you find the time to read? Couldn't be me. It is usually an issue or 2 in the mornings. Sunday morning, sometimes at night too. I think I took a break. I think it was on Monday. I did a lot of reading too. We were just hanging out in the office and I was reading some books. But this one I did read last Thursday, I want to say. I really wanted to get into Principles of Necromancy. I love the first issue. I think it's just a really whacked out, medieval, effed up world. And the universe is like there's a king of the city, and then there's a hospital, and the hospital has a bunch of doctors that have a different profession, a different... So like one's a doctor of this, one's a doctor of that, one's a doctor of like plastic surgery in the medieval sense. And I mean, I kind of just touch on some other things too, which I didn't, whatever. But the art was really cool. It was kind of easy to see the setup and the ending of it, but I still enjoyed the ride a lot, and I enjoyed the characters. And it's a gory, whacked out time. But I'm glad I got it, and unfortunately, it's only 4 issues. So I'm not sure if it's going to be coming out in a trade. I think it's well done enough. I think the art is fantastic. The story, like I said, while the setup is kind of maybe a little bit obvious, I think it still was done well. It did keep me a little bit guessing. There's like a couple of curves thrown at you, but the art is fantastic. The design of it, the design of the world. Not to say everything looks like Elden Ring, but it's medieval-ish. It's medieval-ish. But had a great time with it, and it's only 4 issues. So if you're able to find that, you know, $3.99 per book, good quality art on the inside, good time. And another one where it's just a short 4-issue read, you know? Which we always love. We always love miniseries because I can't keep up sometimes. I cannot keep up. This is issue number 3. You can kind of see where we're going here with that. You can kind of see. It's pretty wild. And that's actually a mask that he's wearing. I think it's like a mask or a face of some type of creature. I love a book that respects your time. Me too. And I don't know if it challenges the author too. I mean, each author of even an ongoing does have an end of an arc in mind when they're plotting out stuff. But I mean, really forcing yourself to fit it into 4 issues, it really does challenge the author, and it probably is a sense of relief. Like, I don't need to stretch out this story to 50 issues or something. Oh, and issue number 4. There's the king of the city right there, or the city king. And then there's the creature that he wears as like a mask, the doctor. The doctor, Mr. Doctor. You can kind of see him in behind this lady, the girl right here. That's his mask. So pretty cool. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I got it. And thanks again for Amazing Comics for ordering these for me. It's nice. This one I was actually stunned by. It was my pick of the week about 2 weeks ago. This is Jeff Lemire, and this is Minor Arcana. This one's kind of it's about a girl who comes back to her hometown, and she sees the girl that she loves with a man, and basically she never wanted to come back to this town. She left on purpose. She had the intent to never come home again, but her mother is ill. Her mother has cancer, and her mother is the town psychic. Now, she does give out good advice to people. People actually really do love her. Lemire is top tier for me. He is great. This is actually a really good title so far. I'm really digging it. I thought I was like, oh gosh, where is this story going? But then it was kind of like this girl who never wanted to come back, dealing with family, dealing with, a town that she doesn't want to be a part of. And then the town kind of brings her in. Not the town brings her in like with open arms, but she kind of gets forced to become a part of the town and to kind of read her own fortune with the psychic cards. And so we get a little bit of a story with that. And then I'm ready to see where else it goes with Jeff Lemire's Minor Arcana. Dug it. I need to make sure that I'm subscribed to this book, but I think we do have to wait a couple more weeks for that one. Here we go. Now, I am a big fan of Greg Capullo. Of course, my favorite might be some of his Batman stories with Scott Snyder. He's been around for God knows amazing amount of time. But his new book, Wolverine Revenge, which I got the red band version, I don't know where it takes place, but it was a pretty crazy time. I had a 1 per store Ash for that 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before it came out. I thought it was a little odd, but overall, it was okay. Is that the Jeff Lemire title? Yeah, it is a little odd. It's definitely more of a personal story, huh? It's more of a personal story. It's more of a drama piece, family piece, and about a girl or a woman who is dealing with her own feelings. Like, I'm almost thinking, are these feelings kind of like real in the reality? Or is she just spurned? You know what I mean? Did something else happen? Yes. Cool. You got the ash can for that? Very cool. But this one, Wolverine Revenge, I need to do a little bit of research on when this takes place, but we have Cap, we have Winter Soldier, and Wolverine and some S.H.I.E.L.D. agents going into a mission to attack the Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood has been taken over by, good God, I forgot his name already. This is a while ago that I read this one. I want to see your take on a really divisive Lemire work. If you ever find the time, check out Plutona. All right, let me check this out real quick. Anyways, I dug it. I love Greg Capullo. I'm going to continue with this one. And it was awesome to see some of my favorite villains, which is, of course, Sabretooth and Omega Red, show up in here. I love Omega Red. Ever since I was a kid, Omega Red's design has just intrigued me a bunch. Let me grab this real quick. I'm gonna add that to my comics pull list. I use, by the way, League of Comic Geeks. I don't know if you guys check that out. It's not hashtag not sponsored, but it really does help me organize my collection. I punched the mic. Really organize my collection. All right. Got it. I see it. Awesome. Got it. Looks like I can get the trade. Oh, it came out in like 2016? Rad. I'm going to put this on my wish list. Beautiful. There we go. Let me make sure I'm logged in. Yes, I'm logged in. Okay, cool. So I got it. I'm going to see if I can get it ordered. Very, very cool. But again, love this. Love Greg Capullo. And the writing by Hickman, of course, can't go wrong. People were really torn on that one. I loved it. Okay, I'm down. Get this out of here. It's way too damn bright. How can we forget that it was written by Hickman? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But it was really cool to see Deadpool, Omega Red, and Sabretooth show up. And then I'm going to tell you the end, too. They end up blowing up Wolverine, and he's able to reform, and he's just, like, burning, and it's so grotesque. The drawing of Wolverine growing back his body from a skeleton. Ugh. Good God. They are having fun with that. By the way, this one as well. The drama, not medieval, fantasy drama, When the Blood Has Dried from Mad Cave. That's the other issue I forgot. This ended as well. This was issue number 5. We see our main character who tried to get out, kind of like a gangster movie, being pulled back into the guild of the Adventurers Guild, and they just go all out. They basically, it's kind of like a Western. They show up to a town, they say they're gonna mess up the town if she doesn't turn herself in, and she's able to fight them off. It went without getting hurt as well. She does get messed up pretty well. The town does help her. Her friend who owns the tavern ends up helping her out, and she's able to get the final blow on the main antagonist. And then after that, she basically says, like, there's gonna be more. I need to get out of town. And she meets up with the younger kid who was a part of the Adventurers Guild. He was kind of like a squire, and he kind of ran away from the fight, and she meets up with him and kind of takes him under her wing. And it says the end, but you know, never know if there might be a continuation. But it was kind of like a fantasy medieval western, you know, like her past coming to haunt her, and not only haunt her, but now haunt a town that she loves and has become a part of. And she has to give it up. She has to move on. So it was better than I expected. The art on the inside still didn't reflect. I wish the cover artist did the insides. No offense to Daniel Romero. The art was actually really cool for the fighting. It was actually very visceral and awesome. I dug it. Just, yeah, the outside covers are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But that was When the Blood Was Dry. When the Blood Has Dried by Gary Maloney, Daniel Romero, and Becca Carey. Great book. Mad Cave is kind of like 3 for 3 so far for me. You love Omega Red too? Yes. The best thing about Russia. The best thing about Russia is being so aggro on the world stage is that Omega Red might come back into fashion. Dude. Yeah, they kind of already played up the, like, Winter Soldier being Russian. He frozen in ice and he come out and he's Russian. I went FPS Russia real quick. But it's quite possible that, you know, there could be Omega Red in the New Mutant universe from their version of the USSR, of Russia, that kind of thing. He could be around. So that would be insane to see. Who would you like to see play Omega Red? Oh, man. Geiger. My second favorite Ghost Machine book. Issue number 5. This one was touching. It was pretty crazy to see, like, their main bad guy attacking them with electricity, and he's in a suit, and he's able to use boron. Of course, the element boron, which Geiger has in his sticks in the back of him, so that way he doesn't glow. He used like this boron gas to disable Geiger. Without it, he says he's nothing. And then, of course, New Red Scare. Yeah, exactly. That's the Marvel title. It's gonna be X-Men: The New Red Scare. They could probably do a lot with that. They could probably have like Lady Deathstrike in there. How long do you think they can go with the design from the comic books? Like, would they keep using 90s design of like Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, that kind of thing? But yeah, they're able to unite and then defeat the bad guy in this one, and it was kind of cool to see this universe's version of a super villain, kind of. So really cool. Geiger issue number 5, great time. Unfortunately, his pet dog going John Wick. John fucking Wick. Freaking Rick Remender with this one, and Bengal Napalm Lullaby. Pretty insane story going on here. The kids have made it out for a little bit with their father, who is the leader of this really crazy going to wick it out with the fucking pencil. I love that movie. The other ones, I mean, it gets a little long in the tooth, but the first one is amazing. First one's amazing. But yeah, Rick Remender and Bengal with Napalm Lullaby. So like I said, the story is like this not a god dude. He's like a not a prophet. I don't know what to call him. He's like the leader, the religious figure of the entire world, basically at this point. And he actually had an affair with a maid, and that's the mother of our two main characters, Napalm and Lullaby. I guess I call them Napalm Lullaby. I don't really know their names. And they are attacked by their stepsister, who is almost like a demented Supergirl right here underneath that. So she's like a demented Supergirl who can actually regrow her damaged parts. And she gets in a fight with her, and then she goes haywire. She just goes full bore using her full powers, which decimates not only their stepsister, who is like the Supergirl-like character, but it decimates almost everyone around her. And then her brother is basically like, oh god, what have we done, you know? But she goes all for it. She goes insane, and that's where it ends. It almost looks like a mushroom cloud of everyone being pulled in by her power, which is, I think its power is like to manipulate dreams and create dreams. So she almost loses that entire power. It's pretty crazy. And then finally, Rat City, issue number 5. Before I close it up, I'm gonna pull it out really quick and show you the formation that he can change with his nanomachines, and it's just so badass. So, like I said, his cape is his best friend's blood that is full of nanomachines, of course with Hellspawn powers. So he's able to not only have like a badass cape, like it does on the cover, but this cape can then reform into multiple shapes, one of which he kind of reforms into this like brawling badass dude right here. And then he's able to form that again into weapons, as you see on the alternate side. Here he is like slashing fools. And he got the 2 arm blades looking like Illidan Storm Rage right there. I love World of Warcraft, by the way. You can see it kind of going wild right there with the blood. And then finally, he goes insane on the doctor that has caused so much trouble with him. But beautiful work. I'm digging Rat City a lot. Was I right or was I right? What are you talking about? Thank you, Synthetic. Thank you. Yeah, he is a cool guy. Good stuff. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. That's funny. Thank you. And thank you for finding me. How did you find me? My little corner of the internet. I try to cover a lot of stuff, but I really do. It's been almost a whole year that I started back into comics, and I don't think I'm going back. I may need some more storage space, but I'm not going back. And that's it. That's it. No more comics. We do have, like I said, we have our reading stack right here. Got our reading stack. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was. Of course, this was from last week's or 2 weeks ago, so not too bad. And then we got tonight's pull list. So we do have a lot to read on Saturday, and I think we'll get through it. By the way, here's the ash can that I got from SDCC. From the DC panel, the DC Absolute Power panel. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I want to put it into a magazine. Half magazine. Bag and board. But we have to read these. And I don't know what these are. I think these are my old comic. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, they're not. They're a mixture. Oh no. These are my old comics. These are more comics that I have to read. So we got Time Waits. Ain't No Grave. We did all this, didn't we? Yeah, we did all this. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Never mind. We didn't do this. This was last week's pull list. So we're going to read these too, for sure. Dude, Ain't No Grave. If you guys aren't reading Ain't No Grave, this is the final issue right here too. Amazing. Scotty Young. My channel is AI driven. I am the programmer. Pocan is a friend of mine. Oh, nice. Well, thanks again for finding me. I did subscribe to both your channels, so is it a weird thing that I'll be watching? I'm gonna check you guys out. I don't know. That's a weird thing. We have our buddy Lewis, who actually makes fan-made trailers, and he kind of makes them in different versions. So yeah, I love checking out what you guys do. That is Studio 96 Films. So shout out Lewis. He's not here tonight, but he's here in our hearts. Studio 96 Films. Shout out. Always. Here's all my old comics. So these are comics that I bought from WonderCon and Comic-Con. Not including the ash can, of course. And then this was free. But I got a bunch of old comics and I put these into the beautiful bag and boards. Beautiful. Love it. Now I gotta go start a channel or something. No, Brett. I mean, you can if you want. Oh, you and Synthetic have been reaching out to the newer channels we have not seen. Okay, awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you again for hanging out. And yeah, we do this every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. You know, feel free. Like I said, I'll check you guys out too. Look at this one. I'm really happy with this one. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I think, honestly, 50% of the work is from the bag and board, the My Lights 2. I really do love them. That's a good one. Then we got this one. This one was owned by Philip. If you guys know of Philip, I have his book. He's facing Red Skull. So this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be looking for to at LA Comic-Con October 5th. October 4th is the Friday. I'll probably be just filming a bunch of people, filming the convention. I want to do a walkthrough. I've never been to this convention before, so I'm really stoked to check it out. I usually go to WonderCon and Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, but I'm going to check them out. And then Saturday and maybe Sunday, we'll do some hunting. We'll do some comics hunting. You know, I love 90s Batman. A lot of people don't like 90s Batman because they think it looks weird. I love how weird it looks. It's like early 90s Batman. So, of course, the other thing you gotta know about me is I love Azrael. I love Azrael. I think the suit is just insane. You in the West Coast? Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. More Azrael. So I gotta put these away. I've had them out for way too long. And then I got my X-Men covers. Oh, dude, I might get this one. This one I might get graded. I'm gonna see if CGC is at the convention, but I want to get this one graded. I got this one from Comic-Con for $15, I want to say. Really good cover. The only thing that I'm seeing that's an issue is like there's a twist in it a little bit, but the colors on this one is just fantastic. The colors on this cover is beautiful. Really high quality stuff there. I kind of want to get that one graded. Of course I got that one too. That's the channel colors right there, Brett. More channel colors. This one's sick too. I love a lot of 90s X-Men, and it's kind of funny because you can find a lot of 90s X-Men because they printed so much of it. And I don't even know if it holds value or not, but I just love it. At that whole time. Frame it. I will. You need to attend Heroes Con. Cheap comic, laid back night, loads of YouTubers to collab with. Nice. Where's that at? Heroes Con. I've heard that. Sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. These need to go in the box. I might work on this tonight. This needs to go into my box somewhere. I will frame it. Where's Heroes Con? Very cool. North Carolina. Very cool. You know, I've never been to North Carolina. Very cool. I'll keep an eye out. Looks like it happens in June. Damn. There was another one too. I don't know if it was like Toronto. No, it was like Denver or something. Denver had one too. But I'm down. Looks like a good time. This is really gonna be my first time going to a non San Diego Comic-Con. I've always gone to just SDCC and WonderCon. I shit you not. Is the... Oh, really? The dumping ground for dealers. Really? I know that there is a San Diego Comic-Con tax. They up the prices. But I don't go in it for anything big. Like the X-Men comic that I just showed you. I think actually the Doctor Doom one might have been the most expensive. Let me see. This Doctor Doom one. This may have been the most expensive comic I bought. This is a good one. I love the Storm outfit. And I love that Doom is with the X-Men. I think that's legit. That might have been the most expensive comic I got at Comic-Con. And then, of course, I got Shadows of the Empire issue number 1 for $20 last year. And then I got it graded. And some dealer was trying to sell it for $125. So I'm like, and it was the same exact rating that I got it for, that I have. It's crazy. Now, dumping. No, I understood. All good. All good, Joe. But yeah, you're right. I should get that framed. I should get that graded and framed. I think that book cover, it's 252. I think Uncanny 252. Jesus, you're really testing my brain here. 251. Goodness. 251. My bad. Really should get that graded and framed. 100%. But I do have like 10 framed books. That is a legit comic. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. It was a sweet find. I spent all of Sunday of SDCC looking for that. Actually that. Yeah, mostly that. And it's because I saw Deadpool and Wolverine on Thursday. And then all of Sunday, basically, I didn't do any content. I hunted. I hunted for comics. Sunday, you kind of get better deals, huh? Yeah, it's a legit one. I'll see if I can get it graded. Maybe they'll be at LA and I'll bring it. Make an appointment. But yeah, that's the show. Thank you so much, Brett, Synthetic, Joe, for those $10 and $20 donations. I forgot to give you guys the amazing applause. Amazo applause. That's what we'll call it, the Amazo applause. Good stuff, man. Thank you, Joe. And thank you, everybody. We will be back on Saturday morning for Comics and Coffee at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, like I said, at 9 o'clock, we'll see if we get any tickets for San Diego Comic-Con. If not, it's all good. There's open registration later. Yeah, thank you guys so much. And then we also do Pixel Space, which is our gaming show, on Sunday night at 7 p.m. We'll see what we're playing this week. Star Wars Bounty Hunter is pissing me off, so I'm not sure if I want to play that or we'll find something else to play. But keep your eyes peeled on the socials, and thank you so much again for hanging out with me on this poll list night. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you dark and early Saturday morning. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Right now, when you go back in time at Rock Donald's, you can bring home special Stone Age souvenirs, 4 uniquely chiseled bedrock mugs.
These will look great with my bone china.
They're made of the latest Stone Age material.
Super Toy Run, a game-grabbing, toy-snagging rampage through a KB Toyworks store. Nickelodeon created it, and only Nickelodeon's got it.
Hey, do not insult this animal's autonomy. She can decide who her papa is. What's it gonna be, girl, huh? Original recipe or Van Milder here? Ah, that's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall, too. The proposal. What the fuck was that? Bitch, you think that's what I do? Both of you, shut up.
News alert. Someone is stealing Gotham City's power supply. Danger of citywide blackout.
When you want a Diet Coke,